student leaders in the room? Are there any? If you are, you please come and join the stage as well. These are student leaders from various universities. If you are here, these are your leaders. Please take the stage, don't hesitate, come through, as well as any official from career services of any of the university, Quare, Strathmore, UON, Daystar. If you are here as well, we would like you to join us on the stage for this session. It's just brief. What are we doing? We're opening the Student Leadership Forum, as well as launching CCA's mentorship program, which is in partnership with Edu Milestones. Karibuni.
Thank you very much, Waziri. This is perhaps one of the most important sessions for us as the academy, because our entry point to colleges and training institutions have been these very people you see here, representatives of students' associations. And I want us to give them a round of applause as they come up. The student leaders play a pivotal role in shaping the opportunities for their colleagues as directors of academics, as presidents, and in various roles that they occupy. I want to also invite Mr. Mustafa, the Executive Director of Harmony Institute, because I know they work with young people, to join us on stage. I also invite the ambassador, because I know he teaches here, he volunteers to do that, and is so passionate about development of young people. DG, what this is all about is that the Corporate Career Academy has developed a program which we are calling Emerge Global. The first series is going to be 2024. We piloted in 2023. We've trained a section of our student leaders virtually and in person. And DG, we hope that we can partner with the Ministry of Education in skilling and developing leadership capacity of our young leaders, that then are the focal points for reaching students, for reaching the institutions, and impacting the wider network of students in school and out of school. So we want to symbolically present this to you and give you a copy for the minister. We will circulate the soft copy of this program to all of you and to every stakeholder that is represented here. So once again, thank you very much. And leaders, this is an encouragement that we were all sitting in the roles that we are occupying today. And this work that we do today began exactly from where you are. So you are able to do it much better than us, and we're able to create even better impact as we keep on reinforcing our ideas, working with other stakeholders, and we have an open platform. You have CCA, you have many other institutions now interested in leadership capacity development for you young leaders to impact the rest of our colleagues. So DJ, thank you very much, and thanks for being present here today. Okay.
Let's acknowledge them with a round of applause, students and fellow leaders and sponsors. This becomes a symbolic gesture, as we've been told, and from here on, the sky is the limit. Welcome. Karibu.
Okay.
I didn't put it on. Just a minute.
Just to confirm that I have received this document, Kenya Student Leadership Capacity Building and Mentorship Program, on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary, and I will surely deliver to him. My last parting shot to the young people who are standing before you here. The responsibilities that you have assumed in the leadership of student affairs in the university is a long journey that is going to shape not only your individual career as a spokesperson for the rest of your colleagues in university, but also what will make you a better leader in future when you assume responsibilities beyond what you are currently doing in the university. We have seen majority of our current leaders, at some point, most of them are student leaders at the university. And the experience that you are going through, including the challenges that your colleagues are going through in the university, is going to make you a better leader in terms of understanding the humanity, so that when you assume the national responsibility, you will be able to comprehend and derive solutions in a more better environment, in a more better ecosystem than probably some of us are currently doing. We should not be seeing some of the challenges that probably we have currently among ourselves as leaders, when you will have an opportunity to start this, building your career from this. So you have a very big role and opportunity to shape the thinking of education and training in this country, so that it is not only the leaders that will be able to prescribe what we think will be the best for you, but you also make a contribution in making a change. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you all the leaders and lecturers who came onto the stage for this ceremony. The next part of the program, before I let you out for a cup of tea, is an address by the Austrian ambassador. His Excellency, as you've been told, is also a lecturer here at QUEA, and he has a thing or two to tell us about this space of employability. We're looking at agribusiness, green skills, rural jobs, the gig economy, digital economy, blue economy, the creative economy. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for His Excellency the Ambassador, Christian Fellner. Karibu, Ambassador.
Asante sana, wonderful. Thank you very much, Program Director. Director General of TVET, Honorable Dr. Kip Kirui Langat, professors, lecturers, dear students, a wonderful good morning. I really feel at home here at a Catholic University of Eastern Africa. It's already quite a number of times that I had the pleasure and honor to speak here. Now, today it's a very, very important subject. Why? We are at the university. There are students, young people who are going to be the future. And for you people, it's extremely important to have jobs. I mean, if I talk to young Kenyan people, what they need is jobs. And indeed, His Excellency the President Ruto rightly said that Africa is going to be the labor supplier of the 21st century. Demographers tell us that China, at the moment 1.4 billion inhabitants, are going to have a mere 800,000 at the end of the century. While Nigeria, at the moment 200 plus million, is going to have more than 700 million inhabitants in the end of the 21st century. Now, as an Austrian ambassador, I can guarantee you that we need people to work in our countries because our populations are becoming older and older. My mother is 96. She's very fit. She doesn't need a nurse yet, which is fine. I'm very happy about that. But one day, and our population is, I mean, just to give you an example, in the Kenyan population, you have about 2% of people above 65 years. We have about 20% of our population above 65 years. That means retirement age, right? So, Dr. Langat very rightly said the way to jobs, the best way to jobs is via TVET. This is how you get a job. And indeed, if you are interested in history, philosophy, geography, biology, or in my case, psychology, I did that after I got a job, right? I had studied, in my case, law to get a job, but I was interested in psychology, and today I have the real honor and pleasure even to teach a little bit one small field, which is psychology of politics, which I am teaching. Now, you young people being here, if you look at, I would suggest that everybody should know Erik Erikson's model of the life cycle. Yeah, it's an 8 stages model of the psychosocial development. And if you look at that, you people are in at the moment where it goes into life, the way into life. So that's a very good idea of a university to enable you to learn about how to go into that life. We have a lot of ideas how this could be working better. But however, you can never plan a career from the start to the end. That doesn't work. It never works. You can explain a career from the end towards the beginning, but you cannot plan it from the beginning. So always try to be flexible in your ideas. Now, what are the main predictors of success of a student? If you're a student, the main predictors of your success are going to be IQ, intelligence, and your conscientiousness. That means sitting down and working on your lectures, on your classes, right? These are the 2 predictors. What are the main predictors of success and satisfaction in a job? The main predictors of success and satisfaction in a job is interest in the area and the ability to do it. And I don't want to talk too much about that because I'll bring a professor of industrial psychology tomorrow. He's going to lecture here, Professor Bernhard Bartinic from Kepler University, by the way, in Linz. He is an expert in this field. But what I can tell you today, the more important factor of the 2 is ability. So if you are interested, let's say, in astronomy, but you aren't good in math, work on something else, and then have documentaries on astronomy, go to lectures about astronomy, read books about astronomy, but you're not going to be a good astronomer, not a good cosmologist if you are not good in math. So ability is the more important. So if you look at what you know best, you are going to be more successful in that than in the one thing which you are particularly interested in. Now, I'm an ambassador. I'm interested in international cooperation. We are trying at the moment to establish a cooperation between African universities, by the way, together with other friends from other European countries, in a cooperation particularly to upscale the qualifications of the lecturers. So we invite for cooperation, and we also give training, of course. And I recognize the very Reverend Professor Stephen Bugua. Welcome. I'm very happy to see you now. Now, that means that a lot of people can study in Europe. Yesterday we had a session with the Hungarian colleague who has more options in that context than my country. So we are looking together who can skip in with what, who can solve which kind of problem. And I do not want to frustrate you. If you are a student and you want to work in Europe or you want to study in Europe, I do not want to frustrate you. But if you ask the question, how do I get a scholarship? This is the wrong question. Because you should look what you want to do in future. You should look at what your abilities, what your skills are. And not, I want to go to Europe, get a scholarship. Because we have too many who go for a scholarship and then A, they struggle, and B, they don't get jobs. So what you need is, well, I mean, my best advice, and that's a very old advice, not from me, my best advice is write a little essay, me in 5 years, or me in 10 years, right? This essay, you don't need to show anybody. And it's not carved in stone, so you can rewrite it 10 times. You can have new ideas. And then if you look at Erik Erikson's schema, you will know that hormones kick in. And chances are that in this room here, 2 people are sitting next to each other, and they might have parallel ways of life. And that's perfect. And you have to adapt to situations, family and children and all these things. But still, if you write an essay today on me in 5 years, this is going to reduce your chance to drop out of university, and it's going to increase your chance of having good grades. We know that empirically, we just measure that, yeah? We do this exercise with students, and those who have done it have a significant better chance to be successful. It would be too much to explain that this goes through your motivational system. It's unconscious. You don't think every day what you want to be at the end, but still it works in your motivational system. Now, this being said, you people have done a great job already. You have graduated from a university, or you are on the point of graduating from a university in Kenya. And trust you me, and I say that in all humbleness, you have done more effort than me. Because I had 2 academic parents, I had a library at home, and 15 minutes to walk to my university, and I passed by Sigmund Freud's office every single day. So no wonder I studied psychology after a while. So in that context, it was totally free. There was no tuition free. I was rather paid for studying, right? So it was very easy for me. So you people have done a great job if you graduate from a Kenyan university. However, if you want to go to Europe, you have a different language, you have different environment, you have different curricula, and it's going to be a big struggle. Now at this point, I must say that when we were young, we all learned how to lie. You know, if grandma gives you a gift and you don't like it, you still say, you are the bestest grandma in the big world. This is how we lie. We lie every day. We lie in a socially accepted manner. Therefore, I warn you not to believe those people who are in Europe studying there. If you ask them, are you fine? And they tell you, yeah, everything is great. It's not. It's really a struggle. It's fighting. It's always too little money. Our scholarships, I must admit, are not enough. So it's really, really difficult for people to work and study in Europe. Therefore, if you want to do that, it must be worth the effort. That means have a good plan for your life. And then, if there is something which we from Europe can add to your skills in order to make you more adapt for the work, for the market, for the labor market, then we will be happy to do that. But don't run into let's say, euphoria. It's going to be a struggle. We are more than happy to help in that struggle, but don't believe those that you are not going to be spoon-fed. Okay? So with this, I invite you very warmly to look at the options and then discuss with your supervisors, professors, what could be done, and then we are your partners in developing your career. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the comments, the remarks, the statements, the learnings, which I know that the students are are taking on board. I see some of you are writing some of the key issues. I would most certainly be doing that because there's work to do once the conference is over. We have with us the Vice Chancellor of CWEA, the Catholic University of East Africa. We would like you, sir, to welcome us to your premier destination of choice as regards academia. Please take the floor. Why don't you welcome your VC?
Thank you very much, Dr. Langat, the Digit Vet, representing the CS Education, Ambassador Christian Fellner, the Ambassador of Kenya to the Republic of, from the Republic or the country of Austria. I see the distinguished guests there. And my dear students and all of you, good morning. May I send my apologies. I was called this morning for a short meeting at Parliament on a matter of emergency, and I thought I'll be released by 9. This is the time I have been released, so sorry about that. But may I take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. We are really pleased and excited that you have chosen the university to be the venue where these matters of employability are going to be discussed, where our students, among others, are taking the advantage of the experience of the speakers and the discussants that have been able to give the good remarks at the opening and at the continuation of this undertaking. May I also thank you, all of you, for being able to find time to be with us and to visit our university. It gives us a lot of pleasure and a lot of warmth to know that you have chosen us to be the place that we can choose, and we hope that we have met the minimum requirements about the venue. About employability, we have been discussing this as a Vice Chancellor of a university. It is extremely important to talk about the employability, because in most cases, does the curriculum meet the demands of the market? In May, we had such a meeting in London. In July, we had such a meeting in Texas. And in September, we had such a meeting in Germany. And the universities are becoming more and more awake to the fact that the curriculum, the dissemination of the curriculum should not be the honors of the university, but it should be a stakeholder engagement issue. I am also very happy that even the Commission for University Education has undertaken this, because we were with him in some of those meetings. The CEO of the Commission for University Education, where the stakeholder engagement is becoming paramount, and a curriculum may not be passed or accredited if there is no proper evidence of the stakeholder engagement in the input, among others. In my past life, I worked also as a resource person for the Commission for University Education for 11 years, and therefore it is something that has been growing and getting very much STEM. Our chief guest, Dr. Langatsa, I'm sure that even in the Presidential Working Party, where we were party together, it is extremely important that this matter has also been emphasized, that the curriculum must be tied to the agenda, the national agenda, the Vision 2030, the SDGs, among other milestones that the country wishes to work. We have seen also the president in the media visiting other countries in looking for opportunities for Kenyans. I think it's just from Germany, as we read in the media. And this is also telling us Kenyans, we are not learning for Kenyan market. We are learning for global market. And I have had also a discussion with the ambassador from Austria, the one who's just talked, my great friend, Dr. Christian Fellner. And we are discussing about a collaborative curriculum between the Catholic University of Eastern Africa and Austria, where we are going to harmonize the curriculum with Austria. If that happens, that curriculum is acceptable in the European Union. And therefore, as a university, we are making great strides to make employability of the Catholic universities of Eastern Africa become a reality through recognition in this area. We are also discussing with the Catholic, the North American University in Texas, where I visited, and we have also had bilateral works together, and we are working also on joint curricula. If it is admitted there and accredited there, then our graduates can even be here at the Catholic University for 2 years and then go to the university and complete the curriculum for in the next 2 years, the last 2 years of their learning. These are issues that are in motion, so they are not being proposed, but they are in motion. And for us, we find that we should be able to train people for the global market. The third dimension, because it's good to give from the experience, is that Catholic University of Eastern Africa has students from about 30 countries. We have even a PhD student from Australia. And what we do, we must be responsive to the demands of those countries that send their students to the Catholic University. We have students right from South Africa to the North Africa, and even last year I got a student from the Comoro Islands, and I asked him, how are you coming here? How do you expect that our curriculum will meet the demands of your national curriculum? And he told me, I have interacted with the students in this university, and I have looked at the curriculum, and there is such a commonality in it. And therefore, this, we should not only look at the employability in Kenya, but also globally, and in such a way that we are also a global market-driven training centers in our institutions and in our own country. And therefore, we thank the sponsors who have done this, and we hope that we can take this agenda at the next level, where we are trying now to harmonize the curricula with the global curricula to have them accredited and accepted. Yes, globally it is. Globally, you can come with a degree from Kenya and do the next level in another country. But you know, I'm talking about the market acceptability and compatibility in those particular countries, because we also are acceptable to work in US, in any other country, but we need to take a further step to talk about this synergy and agreeability of our own curriculum. Therefore, finally, may I again welcome you to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, and I wish to recognize all the partners that have made this a reality, Ajira, among others. We are extremely happy. We have had some meetings in our office concerning this, and we are very, very happy. And we hope that our students will take what is discussed here extremely seriously. I always tell my students, read beyond what the lecturer is teaching you, because you must be ahead of the lecturer. You must be ahead of the person teaching you, because if you just get what you have in the course outline, that is meeting the minimum requirements. In this word, we are talking about being innovative, being ahead, and being at the cutting edge. At our university, we have also started an innovation hub, guest of honor, sir, where I hope you can pass by there to see our innovations. There are quite a few concepts, and we are working with the Kenya National Innovation Authority on this matter, again to make our graduates become compatible with the demands of market, the industry, the technology, and also what is required there. I also tell my staff that in the past, to be promoted to a senior lecturer or to a professor, you needed to publish. But now we no longer say publish or perish, but innovate or perish. And therefore, the common denominator of today's and this week's events going on here are exactly about that, innovation in the areas that we are at the cutting edge as acceptable in the market today. So again, thank you very much. May God bless you, and may you continue to partner with each other as universities, as institutions, TVET and TVETA, and all the institutions that train both for skills, for technical, for theoretical, for legal, among others, so that we can make our country move ahead and become industrialized by the middle industrialization by 2030. We are in 2023. We are 7 years to achieve that, the goal, the SDG, and we actually need to evaluate that and see where are we, what score do we get? Are we 20%? Are we 100%? Are we 70% in the towards the actualization of that? Because employability will not come without innovation. Employability will not come without industries and without the service delivery demand from the public, because it's not only industry but in service delivery. So thank you very much. God bless you, and karibuni sana. Asante sana.
Thank you, VC. We appreciate the hospitality that you've given us here at the university, and your words of guidance and wisdom to the students as well as to the lecturers, the deans, and all the partners who are in the room. We're going to take a tea break now, and when we come back, we will be listening to a session powered by the National Industrial Training Authority, one of our sponsors. So the students, you want to be here for that session, and it is also powered by means partnered by the Kenya Federation of Employers. So it's important to hear what the industry is saying about this space and what opportunities you can tap into. There's going to be a press conference out there for our leaders and a cup of tea for you. And I know you heard that I was a waziri once. I was a minister of government. I am one of those who's very time conscious. So at 12 sharp, I'll be back here, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very, very much. Have a good break.